found it in a drawer beneath some postcards and a winter wreath. A mixtape labeled June and Blue, side A for me, side B for you. Your handwriting a little bent, like all the words you never sent. A mixtape left in an old drawer, with voices I don't hear no more. Each track a scar, each pause a breath, a soundtrack stitched with love and death. And though the tape won't always play, the silence still knows what we'd say. That mixtape left in an old drawer still holds the us that came before. Landslide fades into something fine. Your taste in songs was close to mine, but in between the tunes we chose were things we hid and didn't show. Like why you left and where you went, and what that midnight message meant. A mixtape left in an old drawer still spins like time inside a war. A reel of highs, a loop of ache, where nothing's fake and nothing's safe. And though the years have changed the sound, the ghosts in there still hang around. That mixtape left in an old drawer says what our mouths don't anymore. No Spotify, no modern screen, just ribbon dreams and tambourines. And if I press rewind tonight, I might forgive or hold too tight. A mixtape left in an old drawer reminds me who we made it for. And though we never played side B, it sings like you were here with me. A fragile thing, a worn out score, but still it plays, and I want more. The road was slick with ghosted light. No towns ahead, no signs in sight. My headlights carved a hollow path through silence thick as aftermath. The radio had long gone still, just static humming something real. On a foggy highway at 3 a.m., where the stars don't care who I've been. Just asphalt stretched and breath held tight, and questions curling out of sight. No destination, no demand, just both hands shaking on the stand. A foggy highway at 3 a.m., where even shadows don't pretend. signs had numbers wrong, like time was playing some sad song. The dashboard clock was blinking slow, like it forgot which way to go. And every mile behind the glass felt like a version I let pass. On a foggy highway at 3 a.m., where regrets ride with fallen men. No calls to make, no voice to hear, just echoes from the yesteryear. And though the road keeps drawing straight, I still can't outrun what I wait. A foggy highway at 3 a.m. still feels like home and not quite then. Some drives are made to take you far, but some are just to meet who you are. And in the smoke of breath and blur, you learn what loss and silence were. On a foggy highway at 3 a.m., where the truth don't ask and lies don't bend, I let the past ride in the back and let my future fade to black. And somewhere deep inside this run, I feel a dawn that just begun. A foggy highway at 3 a.m., where maybe peace is what I'll send. Wrote you lines with trembling hands from motel desks and borderlands. Stamped each thought with quiet grace and prayed you'd read my messy place. But they came back one by one, marked return and underdone. Letters returned unopened, like prayers left in the rain. Each word I chose got frozen in that silence you ordained. Letters returned unopened, and a heart you won't explain. The paper smelled of midnight smoke, of songs and truths we never spoke. I sealed regret behind my name, but you just sent it back the same. You didn't burn, you didn't cry, just sent it like you walked on by. Letters returned unopened, like ghosts without a face. No tears, stains, or erasures, just the coldness of Maybe one day you'll unfold the things I never could withhold. Till then, they rest unopened, like the heart you once controlled.
There's a clock above my window frame. It's cracked and chipped, but still the same. It doesn't tick from 9 to 5, just hums awake when dreams arrive. It stirs when streetlights start to glow, and moves where sunlight will not. A clock that only works at night, counts the moments out of sight. It ticks in silence, skips the day, wins in things I dare not say. It doesn't chime, it doesn't boast, it haunts the hours I miss the most. A clock that only works at night. Truth I try to hide. I asked a friend to fix its gears. He laughed and said, it runs on years. But I know better, I've seen it spin. When old songs pull the dark within, it beats for ghosts and failed goodbyes, for second thoughts and sleepless skies. A clock that only works at night, counts regrets in shadowed light. Each tick a name, each talk a plea, each midnight stroke a part of me. And though it's quiet through the dawn, it waits until my mask is gone. A clock that only works at night still keeps her time, though she's in flight. Timepieces don't tell the hour, they hold the ache that once held power. And every hand that slowly turns reminds me of the love that burned. A clock that only works at night stays hidden from the world's bright spite. It keeps her laughing, seconds lost, measures love not worth the cost. I wind it once, I let it rest against the silence in my chest. A clock that only works at night still knows the heart that beats repressed.
I lit it once, back in July, when your coat still hung nearby. I meant to blow it out by fall, but never did, just let it call. Its flame was small, but never died, like all the words I left inside. The candle that stayed lit through every storm and quiet split. No wind could take it from its post. It burned for you, the very most. It wasn't loud, it wasn't grand, just warmth you'd feel but wouldn't plan. The candle that stayed lit outlasted when your shadow quit. I watched it flicker through the news, through songs we loved and unpaid dues, through winter's breath and window frost. It stayed though everything I lost. And even when I left the room, its glow still whispered like perfume. The candle that stayed lit held memory without permit. It wasn't meant to shine that long, but it outlived our favorite song. No match could start what it became. It burned not fire but your name. The candle that stayed lit now lights the space where you once fit. Some loves explode, some loves resign, but this one just refused the line. And while the dark came slow and sure, that flame kept dancing like it knew her. The candle that stayed lit still sits beside the photograph you knit. No one's here to trim its wick, but still it burns, quiet and quick. And if you ever do return, you'll find the light that dared to burn. The candle that stayed lit, like me, too stubborn to admit. The house was cold, the fire out. The night was thick with silent doubt. I found her coat behind the chair, still hanging with her in the air. It smelled like rain, like wind, like grace, like something time forgot to trace. I slept in her coat that night, held the sleeves like holding light. It wrapped me soft, it wrapped me gone to places where we still belong. No lullaby, no second chance, just fabric caught in half a dance. I slept in her coat, not for the heat, but for the ghost I couldn't meet. I didn't cry, I didn't speak, but felt her laugh in every creak. The zipper tug like pulling back, a moment lost along the track. She left no note, just scent thread, but that's the thing that speaks instead. I slept in her coat again, like laying down beside what's been. No pillow spoke, no window stirred, just borrowed warmth and borrowed word. It didn't fit, it didn't close, but somehow fit my heart the most. I slept in her coat just to feel the only part of her still real. Somewhere grief in silent clothes, flannel, denim, lace, or prose, but I wore her in woolen thread and dreamed of things we never said. I slept in her coat once more on the hallway rug behind the door, and when the dawn came soft and gray, I hung it back, then walked away. But every night since that retreat, I missed the warmth that didn't speak. I slept in her coat and knew it then. I'd never quite wear love again. Porch still leans the way it did when you leaned back and softly hid a cigarette, a bitten smile. Your words hung there for just a while, and though the steps are cracked and worn, the space still breathes the way you're gone. Rain fell where you stood, not on the grass, not on the wood, but right where you once said my name. Like heaven tried to frame the blame. The drops hit hard, the wind turned slow, as if the sky refused to know. Rain fell where you stood, like it understood, like it understood. The garden tried to bloom that year, but soil forgot what roots hold dear. The fence you leaned on won't align, it tilts like time forgot its spine. And every April smells like then, but never brings you back again. Rain fell where you stood, in that old coat with hidden hood. It hit the earth like half goodbyes, like poems lost in lullabies. I watched it pour and didn't run, just stared until the clouds were done. Rain fell where you stood, and not anywhere the way it should. It didn't care for roof or shade, it only knew the mark you made. And now when storms come rolling slow, I watch that spot still take the blow. Rain falls where you once stood, and I still would. She calls and falls just after dusk, when leaves turn gold and hearts turn husk. Her voice is low, her words unsure, like someone knocking on a door. She lingers close through winter's frost, then melts away like morning lost. She forgets me in spring, when flowers bloom and bluebirds sing. I fade beneath the warmer skies as new love shine in greener eyes. She only needs me when it's gray, when life feels far and hope's away. She forgets me in spring, like I was just a borrowed thing. Walk through snow, we talk like flames. She speaks in half-remembered names. But when the thaw begins to rise, I see goodbye behind her eyes. She packs her laugh with daffodils and leaves me with the winter chills. She forgets me in spring, like snow forgets the suffering, like coats return to closet hooks, like poems skipped in newer books. And though she never says goodbye, I watch her lift into July. She forgets me in spring, while I remember everything. I bloom with brighter leaves, but I'm the one who always grieves. Some love survives through every sun, but ours just ends when days have begun. She forgets me in spring, while I still feel the echo ring of nights we shared by candles glow, now swallowed by the river's flow. I wade through summer, fall, and cold to be her warmth when life grows old. She forgets me in spring, but I'm the song she used to sing. There's a window by my bed, but it don't show the trees are red. Just brick and paint in someone's wall, 1,000 inches, that's all. No sky to guess, no world to chase, just my reflection in its place. It's a window without a view, like how I feel since losing you. Still shaped like hope, still framed with care, but nothing real is ever there. I keep it clean, I draw the shade, but know the truth it can't evade. It's a window without a view, just like my heart since you withdrew. Once it faced the hills and sun, the laughter rose, the starting run. But then they built, and I stayed still. Now it just stares and drinks the chill. I tried to hang a painted scene, but paint can't trick what might have been. It's a window without a view, like letters I won't send to you. It lets in light, but not the kind that warms the soul or stirs the mind. Some folks need a place to see, but I just need what used to be. It's a window without a view, just glass that time keeps breaking through. Some frames hold what once was wide. Now all I see is what I hide. And though it looks like open space, it's just the outline of your face. It's a window without a view, but every dawn still filters through. I sit and watch the change in light and wonder if you're doing right. It's not a wound, it's not a scar, just proof I once knew where you are. This window without a view still shows the loss, if nothing new. Your coat was gone from off the chair. No keys, no note, no perfume there. But on the table by the sun, a coffee cup said what you'd done. The lipstick marked the rising steam, felt louder than a shouted scream. The cup was still warm, like you had just outrun the storm, like you had paused to take a breath before you chose a different depth. It held no words, it held no name, but told me love had left the frame. The cup was still warm, but you were already gone. I touched the rim, it burned my skin, the way a ghost might pull you in. No sound, no slam, no final line, just coffee cooling over time. I sat and stared like it might speak, but heat runs out and hearts go weak. The cup was still warm, like silence wearing someone's form. A trace of you in porcelain that wouldn't say where you had been. And though the toast sat in the rack, I knew you wouldn't be back. The cup was still warm, like love before it's torn. Some people leave with teary songs, but others go
where stillness belongs. And all they leave are subtle signs, like cups and coats and crooked blinds. The cup was still warm, and that was how I knew the harm. It wasn't rage, it wasn't fight, just leaving wrapped in morning light. I drank it slow, then let it be the last small heat you left with me. The cup was still warm, but colder than it used to be.
I found a letter in the drawer. Your script was strong, but not much more. The edges curled like leaves in flame, and time had smudged your steady name. I tried to read what once felt clear, but words don't age the same as fear. Your name fades in dust, like window panes that lose their trust, like old guitar strings left to rust, or promises that time adjusts. I don't forget, I just don't try chase what memory lets die. Your name fades in dust, but once it sang in all of us. The bookshelf holds a crooked frame of nights we laughed and played the game. Now the glass is streaked and gray. I wipe it clean, then look away. Some names we carve in stone so deep, but yours just settled where we sleep. Your name fades in dust, no thunder roll, no just quiet drift on idle shelves, where echoes folding into themselves. And though I hum our song sometimes, I skip the verse that used your lines. Your name fades in dust, like something lost that never fussed. It's not regret, it's not disdain. It's just that silence leaves no stain. And love, once loud, can learn to hush, then scatter soft in morning's brush. Your name fades in dust, and I no longer call it us. No photograph, no midnight cry, just softer air where once stood wire. You're not erased, you're just no more. this sky was clear, or so we thought. No clouds to hide the love we caught. Your hands were trembling near my sleeve, like stars that burn then choose to leave. We kissed beneath a willow tree, but nothing looked, no one could see. The moon wasn't watching us, no silver light, no glowing trust, just shadows stretching through the grass, like moments made to never last. We thought the night might bless our name, but silence swallowed all the flame. The moon wasn't watching us, and so we vanished without fuss. You whispered truth, both small and deep, like prayers you'd borrowed just to keep. I held your face, you closed your eyes, as if that made it less like lies. But when I looked to catch a sign, the sky was blank, no sacred line. The moon wasn't watching us, no witness hung in midnight's hush. Just breath and touch, then slow retreat, like waves that never kiss your feet. We weren't a story stars would save, just echoes no one ever gave. The moon wasn't watching us, so even fate won't speak of us. I used to think all love was seen by heaven's high field serene, but now I know some hearts collide where even starlight fails to bite. The moon wasn't watching us, it turned its face, withheld its trust, and now the night just feels too wide without the pull of you inside. I walk alone past where we stood, the sky above still cold and good. The moon wasn't watching us, and maybe that's why it felt just. We used to talk till candles died, then sat in stillness, side by side. No need for questions, no replies. The room was full of unsaid whys. But in that hush, your fingers moved, a kind of grace that silence proved, and all that silence understood. The way we hurt, the way we could. It knew our joy, it knew our scars, it kept our secrets safe in jars. No need for vows, no carved out script, just breaths between the love we sipped. All that silence understood, more than our speaking ever could. You'd pour the tea I'd hum a tune. We'd let the day dissolve too soon. The ticking clock became our verse, a language calm, both gift and curse. And when you wept, you didn't say, but silence held you anyway. And all that silence understood, the pull, the push, the barely good. It hurt our dreams before we spoke. It mended hearts before they broke. We never needed grand declare, just one still gaze, just being there. All that silence understood and stayed when no one else withstood. Now you are gone, the rooms remain, but silence echoes soft with pain. Yet still it knows the shape you left and cradles me in what was kept. And all that silence understood still walks me through this empty wood. No words to summon, no song to play, just quiet that won't walk away. It loved us well, it holds me still. The quiet ache, the gentle will, all that silence.
The drapes are thin, the glass still clear, but everything has changed in here. The chair still leans the way you sat, your shadow tucked inside your hat. The sun still spills the golden dust, but what it shines on now is rust. The window faced the past, it held the love we thought would last. It framed your smile that lit the dawn, then watched you turn and just be gone. It saw the days we didn't speak, it knows the cracks, it heard the creak. The window faced the past, and now it shows me what won't last. You trace the fog with quiet hands, draw hearts and names in shifting sands. I watched you dream beyond the glass of distant hills and greener grass. But still you stayed until the night you left with neither blame nor fight. The window faced the past, it froze the scenes we lived too fast. The dance we did in morning's light, the silence thick on sleepless nights. It doesn't lie, it doesn't weep, just stares where memories softly sleep. The window faced the past, and now it holds what slipped too fast. Some look out to see the new. I look in and still see you, a frame of pain, a silent vow that keeps me in the here and now. The window faced the past, and through its lens the times recast. The street remains, the sky still blue, but none of it looks back like you. And as I sit where we once laughed, I see the ghost of photographs. The window faced the past, and somehow still it holds us fast. The kettle sings, but not like her. No lilt, no laugh, no whispered stir. She used to hum while boiling tea. Now silence sits where she would be. The hallway holds a colder sound, since all her vows stopped hanging round. Where her voice used to be is just the hum of memory. No melody to fill the room, no notes to chase away the gloom. I strain to hear a spoken trace, but only stillness takes her place. Where her voice used to be, there's only me and vacancy. She spoke in waves, both soft and wide. Her words would bloom and never hide. Now every wall reflects my tone, and echoes prove I live alone. The wind blows through, the floors will creak, but none of them sound quite like speak. Where her voice used to be is just the scrape of fallen key. The radio won't find her song, the birds outside don't sing along. I called her name in last night's dream, but woke to stillness cold and clean. Where her voice used to be is now a hush that shadows me. I read aloud, but it falls flat, like strings without the notes they sat. She gave the house its steady tune. Now night arrives a bit too soon. Where her voice used to be, I pour my words like lost debris, but all the vowels collapse mid-air, with no soft voice to meet them there. And though I speak into the light, I'm answered only by the night. Where her voice used to be still aches in every melody. slammed the door behind. Just tied her scarf and cleared her mind. The coffee pot was still half full. The sky outside a gentle wool. Her footsteps softer than the rain. No final words, no sharp refrain. She left like Sunday morning. No thunder, no warning. Just sunlight spilling on the floor. And quiet where her voice once swore. She didn't cry, she didn't shake. Just walked away before I'd wait. She left like Sunday morning. And nothing's felt so wide and full. Her jacket hung for weeks to come. Still smelled like rose and setting sun. Her book laid open on page 9. A note she never got to sign. The radio still played her song. Somehow it all felt so wrong. She left like Sunday morning. No storm, just light adorning the space between what could have been and all we held too deep within. She kissed the air, or so it seemed, and disappeared like fading dream. She left like Sunday morning, soft as breath, and twice as warm. It wasn't cold, it wasn't cruel, just something quiet, calm and full. Like church bells fading down the street, or shoes too quiet on tired feet. She left like Sunday morning, still warm yet slowly forming. A memory that's hard to keep. Like whispered prayers we talk in sleep. She left no fight, she left no clue. Just folded skies and shades of blue. She left like Sunday morning, and I still wake to her undoing. I was driving down old Highway 9. The sun was low, the light was fine. I flipped the dial just out a road, then caught a chord you used to quote. That melody, it knew our names. The chorus sparked forgotten flames. Half a song on the radio took me back too long ago, when you would hum and tap the dash with laughter soft as summer ash. But static cut the final line.
and left me stranded in that time. Half a song on the radio was all it took to let you show. I pulled aside, let the wheels breathe, as memory curled like fallen leaves. You sang that verse in morning's light, still in my shirt from yesterday's night. It wasn't much, it wasn't planned, but God, you fit just right in hand. Half a song on the radio was more than silence ever showed. It filled the seat you used to claim and whispered pieces of your name, but then it faded soft and slow, like love that doesn't wanna go. Half a song on the radio, and suddenly I missed you so. They say the past don't play rewind, but music cheats the rules of time. One minor key, one lyric low, and you return with all you know. Half a song on the radio, let me feel what I let go. No photo frame, no handwritten line can make. The bulb above the table glowed, like nothing changed, like nothing showed. The pillow bore her quiet trace, but not the warmth, not even face. Her mug was full from yesterday. The light stayed on, she slipped away. The light stayed, but she didn't. The world moved on, but I hadn't. The walls held firm, the clock still ticked, but time grew thick and heart got nicked. No slammed door, no whispered fight, just absence in a pool of light. The light stayed, but she didn't. In silence sang what she had written. The night we fought, it barely flared. She turned away, I mostly stared. We left the lamp on side by side. Then morning came, and so did tide. Her shoes were gone, the keys were too, but nothing else had lost its hue. The light stayed, but she didn't. Her touch didn't
might stay, but she didn't. I breathe beneath what love once meant. The ceiling hums, the lamp burns through, but nothing shines like she once knew. I sleep beneath that quiet glow, still asking where the warmth.
The sky pretended it was blue, as if it didn't miss her too. The sun came out but looked away. It didn't warm me much that day. The wind wore spring like Sunday clothes, but carried silence no one chose. The sky pretended it was blue, but I could see the aching through. It painted light on every tree, while shadows whispered back to me. And though the clouds were white and slow, they held a grief they didn't show. The sky pretended it was blue, just like I used to, loving you. Loving you. The neighbors smiled like morning news. The birds rehearsed their happy cues. But underneath their scripted grace was something cracked they couldn't face. I walked alone beneath the hue of something false and far from true. The sky pretended it was blue, a shade she'd always walk into. She'd laugh and lift her face to light, but now that color stings too bright. I almost waved into the air, but knew full well she wasn't there. The sky pretended it was blue, and I pretended I moved through. It's funny how the world puts on its makeup just to carry on, while hearts like mine are out of tune, still stuck inside a colder June. The sky pretended it was blue, like postcards sent but never do. It offered hope in vain disguise to blind the tears beneath my eyes. And though it shines, it doesn't mend, for skies don't break and hearts don't bend. The sky pretended it was blue, and I still miss her through and through. The clock had stopped at 2:03. The moon hung low behind the tree. No cars, no wind, no shifting floor, just shadows stretching from the door. I sat alone, the house asleep, when something stirred inside too deep. I found her in the quietest hour. No voice, no shape, no scented flower, just presence like a softened breath, too whole for ghosts, too still for death. She touched the edge of who I am, and suddenly I gave a damn. I found her in the quietest hour, and time stood still to grant its power. The light was off, the air was cold, but in that hush, her hands took hold. She didn't speak, she didn't move, yet every ache began to soothe. She sat where once her pillow lay, and smiled like dawn in muted gray. I found her in the quietest hour, not flesh or bone, but blooming flower. A hush that hung beneath my skin, like lullabies from deep within. No photograph, no trace to find, just echo dancing through my mind. I found her in the quietest hour. When grief gave grace a final bower, some love returns not in the day, but when the world has stepped away. When silence hums its sacred song, she comes to prove she's never gone.